On 10th of April 1912, the Titanic set sail from Southampton on its maiden voyage, aiming for New York. This luxurious ocean liner, celebrated for its opulence, carried over 2,000 hopeful souls. However, 4 days into the journey, the Titanic struck an iceberg. In the ensuing chaos, human nature was laid bare. Heroes emerged, such as Captain Edward Smith, who went down with his ship, and the band members who played to calm the passengers. Yet, there were also tales of neglect and complacency. The ship's unsinkable reputation led to inadequate safety measures and a lack of lifeboats. What drove some to acts of heroism while others succumbed to fear? How did class and status influence survival? Who were the true heroes and the villains of this tragic night? On 11th of April 1912, the RMS Carpathia set sail from New York, embarking on what would become a historic journey. Just a few days into the voyage, shortly after midnight, the Carpathia received a distress signal from the RMS Titanic. The message conveyed the dire news that the Titanic had struck an iceberg and was in immediate need of assistance. Upon receiving the distress call, Captain Arthur Henry Rostron of the Carpathia acted swiftly. He immediately rerouted the Carpathia, setting a course towards the Titanic. Understanding the urgency of the situation, Captain Rostron ordered the ship to proceed at full speed, despite the perilous icebergs that lay in their path. The Carpathia was approximately 60 miles away from the Titanic when the distress signal was received. Captain Rostron and his crew worked tirelessly to maximize his speed, pushing the ship to its limits. They shut down heating and hot water systems to divert all the Wilput steam to the engines and posted extra lookouts to navigate the icy waters. Despite their best efforts, the Carpathia arrived at the Titanic's location an hour after the ship had tragically sunk. Nonetheless, the swift and courageous actions of Captain Rostron and his crew were pivotal in rescuing the survivors. They managed to save 705 individuals from the freezing waters, providing them with blankets, warm drinks, and medical attention. The SS Californian's actions on 14th of April 1912 remain a contentious topic in the narrative of the Titanic's disaster. At 6:30 p.m., the Californian's crew sighted 3 large icebergs to their south and sent an urgent warning to the nearby ship Antillean. Harold Bride, the Titanic's on-duty wireless officer, intercepted this message and informed Captain Smith. Despite the cautionary alert, the Titanic continued at full speed. As the night progressed, the Californian halted after encountering an extensive ice field, awaiting daylight for safer navigation. At 10:20 p.m., the crew observed the Titanic roughly 20 miles away and sent another iceberg warning. Jack Phillips, the Titanic's wireless operator, was busy with passenger communications and found the interruption frustrating, instructing the Californian to stop sending messages until he finished his tasks. Frustrated by the curt response, the Californian's wireless operator turned off his equipment and went to bed. Shortly thereafter, the Titanic struck an iceberg and began sending distress signals. Had the Californian's operator remained vigilant, the ship might have promptly responded to the SOS and provided crucial assistance. Instead, it was the Carpathia that eventually arrived on the scene to render aid. When the Titanic collided with an iceberg, chaos ensued throughout the vessel. Below deck, Chief Engineer Joseph Bell and his team faced an urgent and daunting task. With a command to set all engines in reverse, they raced against time to avert disaster. The looming threat of a thermal explosion triggered by the frigid Atlantic waters reaching the boilers spurred them into action. Bell, along with his lead engineers and electricians, orchestrated a feat of engineering ingenuity. Amidst the chaos, they maintained the ship's vital power supply, ensuring that lights continued to guide frantic passengers to safety. Their resourcefulness extended to reverse engineering the pumps, slowing the Titanic's descent into the abyss. As Bell and his team toiled below deck, the passengers and crew above scrambled to escape the sinking behemoth. Their efforts, however, were bolstered by the heroism unfolding in the ship's bowels. Bell's strategic maneuvers bought precious time, enabling more lifeboats to be launched and more lives to be spared. Throughout the ordeal, Bell's leadership and expertise proved indispensable. His unwavering commitment to duty and innovative problem-solving skills were instrumental in mitigating the disastrous toll. Alongside him stood a team of dedicated professionals, their collective efforts exemplifying courage and resilience in the face of unimaginable adversity. Joseph Bruce Ismay, Chairman and Managing Director of the White Star Line during the Titanic's ill-fated maiden voyage, has been scrutinized for his actions on that tragic night. Allegations suggest Ismay pressured Captain Edward Smith to break speed records, potentially contributing to the disaster. While no direct evidence links him to disregarding iceberg warnings, Ismay's conduct during the evacuation and aftermath drew significant criticism. Despite aiding passengers into lifeboats initially, Ismay's own evacuation sparked controversy. Boarding the last lifeboat, he claimed no women or children were nearby, contrary to witness reports revealing predominantly third-class passengers, notably from the Middle East, in the vicinity. Rescued by the Carpathia, Ismay's insistence on a private cabin and delayed departure exacerbated public ire, as many felt he should have emulated Captain Smith's sacrifice by remaining with the sinking ship. In the court of public opinion, Ismay's actions stood in stark contrast to the ethos of selflessness and sacrifice associated with the Titanic tragedy. His decision to save himself left an enduring mark on his legacy, overshadowing his early efforts to assist and painting him as a symbol of cowardice and privilege amidst one of history's greatest maritime disasters. Charles Lightoller was a remarkable hero during the Titanic disaster. As the ship's second officer, he was responsible for ensuring the safe evacuation of passengers. Adhering to the principle of women and children first, Lightoller allowed men to board lifeboats only when necessary to assist in their operation. His unwavering commitment to this principle, even though it was not mandated by law, demonstrated his dedication to the well-being of others. As the Titanic sank, Lightoller remained on the bridge, fulfilling his duties until the very end. When it became clear that no more could be done, he leaped into the icy waters of the Atlantic. There, he clung to an overturned lifeboat throughout the freezing night, showcasing his incredible endurance and determination. He was eventually rescued by another ship the following morning. Lightoller's bravery did not end with the Titanic. During World War I, he served in the Royal Navy, earning commendations for his courage and service. Even in retirement, his heroic spirit persisted. He offered his personal boat, the Sundowner, to aid in the Dunkirk evacuation during World War II, helping to rescue stranded soldiers. Charles Lightoller's life was a testament to enduring bravery and selflessness, consistently putting others' safety above his own and exemplifying true heroism. After the Titanic sank, a meticulous examination of its construction revealed crucial deficiencies tied to its builder, Harland and Wolff. Investigators discovered that Harland and Wolff had used substandard materials in an attempt to cut costs. Critical components of the Titanic were found to be improperly manufactured, undermining the ship's structural integrity. The Titanic was designed to be an all-steel marvel, but certain parts required special rivets that machines could not install. To address this, Harland and Wolff resorted to using wrought iron instead. Unfortunately, the wrought iron used was of poor quality, containing excessive impurities that compromised its strength. This decision proved disastrous, as it rendered over 3 million rivets in the Titanic. When the Titanic collided with the iceberg, these inferior rivets failed catastrophically. The rivets' inability to withstand the impact caused the ship's hull to rupture more severely and rapidly than anticipated, hastening its descent into the icy waters. This tragic oversight in material selection and quality control not only highlighted the dire consequences of cost-cutting measures, but also underscored the importance of rigorous standards in engineering practices. The findings served as a somber reminder of the critical balance between economy and safety in maritime construction. The Titanic disaster remains a profound reflection of human nature, ambition, and societal values. Heroic stories like those of Captain Smith and Charles Lightoller exemplify human courage, while controversies surrounding figures like Joseph Bruce Ismay highlight the consequences of overconfidence and inadequate safety measures. The tragedy revealed critical engineering flaws, particularly in the ship's construction, leading to significant maritime safety reforms, including the establishment of SOLAS. This catastrophe serves as a powerful reminder of the delicate balance between ambition and nature, and the enduring strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. We thank you for joining us on this journey through history.